I'm Red Star and I'm learning the tarot. Today I'm talking about relationality between tarot cards and perceptions of time. Many spreads are designed using time, like the past, present, future 3-card spread, or the circle of the year composed of 12 cards. In the English-speaking world, I'm almost certain that I know the order in which you lay out those cards. The past is the leftmost card, the future the rightmost, with the present in the middle. The wheel of the year starts at the top and goes clockwise around. These feel like the logical directions because of our cultural background. Time moves forward from us and from left to right if laid out before us. Of course a circle would be read clockwise. How else would it go? Through study of languages, it has been learnt that having a different writing system can affect a person's perception of time. In English, we write from left to right, so of course that is the direction of time. People fluent in, say, Arabic, in contrast, write from the right to the left, so their conception of time will follow that direction. Languages like Mandarin are traditionally written from top to bottom, then right to left in columns. Their language reflects this. Before is above, later is below. In 2012, Berger and Chan Lao published a study looking at participants' spatial perceptions of time. The people in their experiment were native speakers of English or Mandarin, and of the second, either from mainland China or Taiwan. Let's look at their results. Participants were sat down and asked to order 3 images chronologically. In this case, an egg, a chick, and a chicken. There were 5 different results of that experiment, as you can see on screen. Native English speakers exclusively ordered the images from left to right, as did the majority of native Mandarin speakers from mainland China, a fact the authors attributed to the 1950s change of writing from top-bottom to left-right, though some participants used top-bottom ordering, perhaps because of that writing style's continued cultural presence. Of the Taiwanese participants, an equal number ordered the images left-right as top-bottom, top-bottom still being a style in use in Taiwan. The Taiwanese subjects also had a significant number of right-left results, another indication that the writing/reading direction has an effect on a person's spatial perception of time. Slightly off topic, but very cool, there exists a possibly unique case of the future being behind with the past in front. It is found in the Aymara language from the Andean highlands. The logic behind this, from what I understand through the article, is knowledge being vision, the past known and thus seen, and the future unknown, thus unseen. But what does this have to do with reading tarot? It certainly points to a cultural bias when it comes to card spreads and a potential limit on the understandings that could be gleaned for speakers of different languages. A more nuanced vision on the directionality of time could lead to very different readings of the same cards. Time for application. Let's draw some cards and try to read them in different orders. Once again, I am shuffling cards in the sound booth. So, at least this isn't a pre-read reading. Alright, let's do an upside down pyramid. So, first card is Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, so reversed Knight of Cups. That is someone very charming, someone very emotional. So someone reversed would be someone who is externally charming, maybe, and someone who likes to indulge in their emotions. Checking my notes, we've got things like thinking your talent is far greater than it is in actuality. Card number 2 at the bottom of the pyramid, or top, depending on the way you look at it. We have the Tower. Okay, so something big happens, and it happens fast, and it is maybe damaging. Maybe it's, well, it is damaging. Let's be real. It's damaging, but things can be rebuilt afterwards. And finally, we've got 3, the Empress. Okay, Empress is motherly, fertility, creativity, generally a positive card. Okay, so I put them out left to right, like I usually would because I'm a native English speaker. The first question is, how will I read it? I think I'm going to read it from the bottom to the top. So the tower being the situation that is either upcoming or ongoing, and then the top two cards being choices. So choices when it comes to the Knight of Cups. Pulling up the notes. Opportunity will present itself? No, we need a reverse Knight of Cups, don't we? A reality check. A veil of wishful delusion lifting. Someone who has lost control of their emotions. Lack of self-reflection, being prone to moodiness and jealousy. Okay, so connecting the two, there's this big event that happens, in this case probably emotional, with the Empress definitely emotional. And one choice, one path is this person just doesn't deal well with it. You know, they just keep lying to themselves. They don't look and try and see what they've learnt from the lessons of the tower. And then with Empress being the other path forward, we've got someone who's good with emotions. Someone who's good at bringing things like creativity to the front. Something with good luck and accomplishment. Overall, I'd say that this spread is saying something bad's going to happen and it's going to suck, and you can either decide to deny it and not learn from it and, keep going forward lying to yourself, or you could face it, and through doing so, you could benefit, frankly. You could expand your creative talents or expand their platform. Anyway. But now we're going to take the cards and read them a different way. I'm a native English speaker, so I laid them out from left to right. But say I'm reading for my friend who speaks Farsi as her native language. That language is written from right to left. So we start with the Empress. Creativity, fertility. In this case, maybe dreams of what could be for her anyway. And then there's a low point, which is the tower. She feels that all of her Empress energy has been destroyed. She's having a really rough time, and it's led to some realizations. But instead of moving forward and adjusting to these realizations, she's just living in the past. She's deluding herself. She's having a harder time than she needs to have, frankly. And that's what she needs to change. She needs to change being the Knight of Cups reversed. She needs to, she won't be able to go back to being the Empress, but she needs to become something new. Generally, there we go. The same 3 cards laid out in the same way, but read differently for different people, right? And the results are quite different, actually. So maybe it's a thing to think about next time you're reading for someone from a different cultural background from yourself. Before closing up for today, let's do a deep dive on the Empress. Okay, the Empress, card number 3 of the major arcana. 3 is being fertility, being increasing abundance, in that you need 2 gametes to create a new person. What else? Intuitive emotion and spiritual feeling rather than logical thought. She is bountiful harvest, again, number 3. Satisfaction of cultural desires, natural desires, through careful cultivation and mindful stewardship. My writing is atrocious. Okay, so she is creativity. She is love. She is fertility. She's abundance. She's being in connection with your emotions. So if I was going to design a tarot card for her, I'd put, say, a heavily pregnant woman working on a sculpture, just absolutely surrounded by blooming plants. Just hanging out there in this greenhouse. Maybe some kids' toys on the ground around her feet. But reversed. What do we have for reversed? Well, reversed is rough, right? You've got destroying the hopes and dreams of another, or jealousies over another's success. You have been too self-indulgent, and something that you'll later regret. Feeling undesirable, or your attempts to convey care and thoughtfulness have been twisted into something smothering and overbearing. It is that mother who is just too much. She's all in your business all the time. She's always comparing you to the other kids of the mom group she's in. And she just makes you feel bad. Instead of being a nurturing kind of person, she's making life kind of miserable, frankly. And you want to avoid this kind of mother, right? Like, she's not a great person. So yeah, that's it for today. Have a good time, everyone.